We've got 80% battery. 23rd of October, beautiful Fibonacci numbers. It's pitch black, as you can see. Zendaya, our cat's been like wanting in and out, in and out, in and out. So we've been having to get in and out of bed to open the window. And we were able to kind of doze in between before. But since about, we don't know, 3:30 or something, we've just been here doing 4, inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8, hold for 7. Just been doing loads of breath work to get back to sleep, and it's not happening. But at 4:50 a.m., the sun went into Scorpio. And today is the last day of the moon being in Scorpio as well. I think it goes into Sagittarius tonight. So we've got Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun. And this is why we think Zendaya is wanting in and out, because he's a Scorpio sun as well. Our Scorpio in Western Tropical is Uranus, house 4. And then also in house 4, we have Sagittarius, Neptune. Uranus is the sudden shocks, the waking up. We're very awake. But we wanted to do this live very quickly because it was just all we were allowing. Well, we weren't allowing, the thoughts were coming into our head, leaving our head, and it went into music and how when we were a child learning music, we found it very challenging. We found lots of things very challenging, and it's because of our neurodivergence. When we started learning ukulele with our memory, we ended up putting coloured heart stickers for the notes on the ukulele so we could remember where the notes were and where the chords were to play them. Now, we've been doing Duolingo to help our neural networks. And so we've started learning Duolingo. We started learning the music, even doing chess, doing the maths, because we used to be really good at maths before our seizures, and then learning Portuguese and some other things. But the important thing was the Duolingo and the music. And it was like, why are we enjoying the music on Duolingo so much and doing really well with it? But we didn't do well with music as a kid. And with Duolingo, it reminded us of the ukulele because it had the different colours to the notes. It also has the different letters to the notes. Whereas back in the day when we were a child, you're talking the 80s and 90s, before the computer, before the internet, before the understanding of neurodivergence. And so therefore you just had, if you're playing the piano, you just had the white keys and the black keys. You didn't have different colors, you didn't have different letters to go with the notes to start things off and make it easier. And then our thought processes and mind went in. So does neurodivergence learn better when you've got these extra tools to make the different notes and letters and keys stand out with the colours? And then it linked us into the sensory systems. And this is what we keep going on about. We keep going on about, and this is links into our dissociative identity disorder because of the sexual abuse trauma as a child and the fragmentation. But we believe that all humans have dissociation to a certain level and have a certain level of fragmentation, and that neurodivergence is the future human brain and consciousness evolving itself and attempting to interconnect all the sensory systems of the body and therefore the brain through the electromagnetic and the electrochemical energy. And so therefore, having the letters, having the colours and having the keys, you're linking in different sensory systems and different frequency communications from multi-dimensions, multiple layers. And that's why we are loving music on Duolingo now and finding it really much easier than when we were a child, when really, for the average normal human being, beginner neurons get harder as you get older, especially when people don't like tapping into beginner neurons because they don't like going back to that feeling of not being good at something. And so we found that very fascinating, and we thought we'd share those insights at these early hours of the morning on a Scorpio moon and a Scorpio sun into the depths of consciousness and the psyche and the body, heart intelligence, body intelligence, gut biome intelligence, etc., etc. And we hope you have a wonderful day, night, sleep, whatever it is that comes next for you. Thanks for being here. We look forward to listening to this later on. Bye, beautiful beings.